And a very, very good evening to you and Happy New Year! We are in 2024 and this is the first Queen's Table of the year and we've got an amazing guest as always. Hello Jasmine, how are you?
Hello, I'm really well, thank you. This is my first thing that I'm doing that's like normal since Christmas and New Year and all of the like weird space that we have after Christmas. So it feels a bit weird to actually have to be fully functioning. But hopefully we'll get through this.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. It's my first day back at work today, and it's that kind of in between Christmas and New Year. You don't know quite what's going on, do you? But it's good. It's just getting you kick-started for the year. It's wonderful. And yeah, from all the team at Pageant, I just want to wish everyone a massive Happy New Year and hope you had a good one. And if you do want to comment today and ask Jasmine any questions, I can do that. So you are International Ms. United Kingdom. So what made you decide to choose this journey?
So I think for me, I started pageants in 2019. So I'm completely different. Like I'm a complete different person to what I was when I first started pageantry. So I think, have I got sound coming out? Can you hear me okay, or is it repeated?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, that's fine, good. So I started pageantry. So much about me has changed between then and now. I'm a mother now. I'm a business owner now. Many things about me are completely different. So actually, I think as we go through pageantry, it's finding the pageant that's the right fit, and I think that changes as we change as people as well. So for me, when I saw International Ms and the fact that it's very family friendly, I'm taking my husband and my daughter with me to America for the international final, and it's very much like activities where your families can get involved. There's so much about it that really fits my current lifestyle, and it's all about empowerment, enterprise, elegance, all of the things I think now embody who I am as a person, which is different to what I was like when I first started pageantry. So for the time in my life now, it just felt like it just completely fit with who I am. So it felt like the right move.
That's absolutely lovely. I love that though, because yeah, I remember when you started in pageantry. I know when I first met you actually, and yeah, I mean, becoming a mum changes you. If you have your own business, things change, don't they? And it's so lovely that we can choose a pageant to suit you at that particular time, and that's what it's all about. And it's very exciting. You get to go to America with your family as well and compete out there, which will be lovely. So you've got so many exciting plans this year, and one thing that you are going to be doing next month is the Galentine's Still She Rose event. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
You know what? I completely forgot that it's January now and that it's next month until you said that. So that's a little bit scary. I should probably check in with how everything's going with the event. But I've got the Still She Rose Galentine's event on the 17th of February. So it's the same day as Supra UK. So for anyone that's attending the Supra UK final, I'm hosting it for 2 hours before that final, and it's just to all have some food. There's going to be the official handover from Soraya, who was the previous International Miss UK, kind of still current. I think there's some she hasn't officially crowned me yet, although I do have a crown on my head. So she's going to actually crown me. I thought it would be really nice to honour her because she's had such an impact in the pageant community and she's been such a great queen, and I didn't want her to miss out on that moment. So we are going to do a little kind of unofficial crowning and handover of the title, which would be really nice. And yeah, just all have some food, raise some money for Still She Rose. It's an organisation that provides mental health support for pageant women, and that's part of why I got into pageantry in the first place, from my own struggles with anxiety and to campaign and make a change in mental health as well. So it just, again, felt like a really good fit for me to be able to support that organisation. And it also supports me on my journey to internationals because I am going direct. So as we know, there are costs associated with that. So I'm half the money is going to Still She Rose and half is going towards helping me towards the internationals in America.
How exciting. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's very, very exciting. I think it's wonderful. So just tell me a little bit about Express Media Agency.
So I've actually recently changed the name. So it was agency before, but now it's Empress Media Academy. I've changed the name to that because what I do is I basically teach women personal branding, PR and marketing skills to be able to help them to build their empires, which is why I chose the name that I did. And over time, so I started it just over a year ago, actually. So it's been over a year now that I've had it. And as it's evolved and as I've worked with women over time, I've realized the real core thing that I do is teach them the skills so that they can go away and do it themselves. And if I've done my job well, then eventually they don't need me and they've learned all the skills and they can do it. So I wanted to make that shift to academy this year because I just really wanted to put the focus on the fact that it's about educating women and about them learning the skills for themselves rather than me doing the actual work for them. So yeah, I do. I've got loads of things coming up. I currently do one-to-one sessions mainly. So I work with women to figure out what their personal brand is, what it is that they want to achieve, whether that's pageantry, business, career, and then help them to shape their personal brand, get the message out there about who they are and what they do, and help them get closer to whatever it is they want to achieve.
Oh, that's absolutely fabulous. I can't believe it's a year because it only seems like 5 minutes ago I saw that coming up. And I was like, oh, wow, that looks amazing. And, congratulations, because it's such a great, great thing to do. And what a wonderful way to help other women and inspire other women. I think it's wonderful. So you've got lots of plans for this year before International Miss. Can you just tell me a few of what you've got planned coming up?
So I've got the Still She Rose event. I have a podcast called Females Thriving Over 30. That's another thing that I launched in the last year. So I turned 30 in October. So again, I'm in a new phase of my life now that I wasn't in before. So I found that when I was coming up to turning 30, there's a lot of mixed feelings when you're coming up to your 30th birthday. I found that a lot of women felt the same about that. And I really wanted to create a space to have honest conversations and candid conversations with women in their 30s, but also to highlight all the positives about being in your 30s and all the life lessons that we've had and the things we're capable of and how we've grown as people. So I started my podcast where women can come on and talk about that. I interview them. I've had a variety of women so far, and I've got more coming up soon. But yeah, again, if anyone wants to be a guest on that podcast or knows anybody they'd like to nominate, then please do let me know as well, and I can get people on there. That's like the main two things that I've got coming up at the moment, but I'm sure I'll have other things throughout the year. I'm thinking about doing something for International Women's Day. So there's a few other little things in the works that I haven't quite finalised yet.
Oh, I can't wait to follow your journey. And just below, I have put Jasmine's Instagram page up. So people can go to that, say if they wanted to message you about being on the podcast or follow any other charity work and things that you are doing. So is that your main page or is there anywhere else?
Yeah, so I have that's my main page where you can follow my pageant journey. So jasminefoley.uk. I do have my Empress Media Academy page, which is that name exactly, if you want to find that on Instagram. I also have a charitable project called Raising Them Resilient, which is resilience resources for primary school age children. So those resources are all there and free to download if people want to use them. So if that's something that interests you, you can go and find that Instagram page as well.
Yeah, I must admit I've had a nose over the past year. It's really, really good. It's great. I mean, I just love the way that I think it's when you become a mum, the change then and like what you achieved since as well. It's just been absolutely amazing. It's been lovely to watch actually, because I obviously did meet you back in 2019. It's scary that. Is that 4 years ago?
I know. I had a conversation with my husband today, and I said, we were just talking about pageantry and the fact that all of our family becomes such a part of the journey with us. Like, it's not something that you do alone, like everybody, because it's all I talk about. So, I mean, everyone hears about it in my family. And I said to my husband, like, do you think I would be the person I am now if I hadn't have found pageantry? And he was like, you're totally different. Just the way I present myself, my confidence. There's so much about me that's completely transformed through doing pageants. So I'm really grateful that I've had the opportunity to grow in that way as well.
I think it's an amazing thing for women. It's like myself included. I found it really did just, when I had a child, I lost all my confidence because my figure changed. Obviously, I'm getting older. I'm heading towards 50 now. Well, I'm 45, but I'll be going more that way. And I feel like it's been a massive journey, and I feel like I've watched you sort of go on this journey as well. And it's wonderful. You meet so many wonderful people and just get to do so many wonderful things, and it does change you, doesn't it? But in a real positive way. And I think it's wonderful. I just love watching journeys like that. So this September, you're flying to Orlando. What are you most looking forward to about this? And how long is the pageant over? Is it for a week or something like that?
So I think the main pageant event is only over 2 days, which again just fits really well with me taking my family there as well. There are optional events and things the day before, so I am planning to go to those. So I think the whole thing runs over 3 days, with the final being on the last night. I'm just so excited. Obviously, I've had an international pageant experience once when I went to Galaxy International in 2019. So I've had one experience, and it was it was like a baptism of fire, because it was my first year in pageantry and I was there in international competition. So I loved it. I loved every minute, but I still feel like I hadn't figured everything out yet in pageantry, and kind of what I wanted from it as well, because I think, we have to think about what is it we want to gain from these experiences, and why are we there, and why are we doing it. And this time I just think, like you said, especially since becoming a mum, a big part of why I do this is because I do it for myself, for, my self-development, also to show my daughter. It's a really, really important thing to me that I show her that whatever she dreams of doing in life, she should go and do it, regardless of what anyone might think, or if it's something out of the ordinary, or whatever it might be. So to have her there, it'll actually be the first time she'll have ever been at a pageant. So to have her there watching me is going to be really special. And I just think going in with a different level of confidence to really, truly be myself. I think we all go through I can only speak for myself. I'm sure other people have had the same experience. We go through this transition in pageantry where we start and we learn about it. We're trying to learn, and we're trying to do the right things, and we're almost trying to tick the right boxes and all of that kind of stuff. And now that I know more about it, and I've had that experience, and I know more about who I am, I just feel like I can just go and be myself and really enjoy it properly and embrace it all properly. So for me, that's the thing that I'm most excited about.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful way to put it as well, because I think it does take a while, doesn't it, to find out, like you said, what you want yourself from pageantry. And obviously you need to learn. I mean, I remember the pictures of me when I first did a pageant and the outfits I'm wearing. I mean, I'm not going to put them online. In fact, I might, just to have, so people can have a laugh. But, it's a learning thing. If you've not done them before or had anything to do with it, you just learn and you grow, don't you? And it's just amazing. I mean, we can't wait to watch you at the live finals. Will there be an option to watch over the internet, hopefully? Hopefully.
Yeah, so I watched it. I watched the last one. So I've watched the final that happened this year, and it was actually really accessible, easy to watch, very good. Like, it was easy to see everything, very good kind of camera view and stuff. So hopefully they do the same thing next year, and that'll be great for everyone to see.
I think it's brilliant because you got the support from home with all the comments and everything like that. I mean, we'll definitely be supporting you. I'm at Orlando just a couple of months earlier, but otherwise I'd have popped along to support you in person. So, but yeah, no, you've got so much coming up, and we just wish you all the best of luck from here at Pageantland. It sounds like you're going to have a great year. It's very exciting.
Yeah,
so thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. So that is the end of the first one of the year, the first Queen's Table. I'm just going to let everyone know who we've got coming up next week. Next week, we do have the lovely Caitlin. She is going to be up. She's your Miss Diamond Curve Europe 2023. So she'll be joining us here at Queen's Table next Tuesday night at 7:00. It's great to be back. I'm going to enjoy this. But if anyone wants to get booked in, please do it. Advisable to be quick because we are booked out till March. So yeah, it's all good. So thank you so much, Jasmine, and we wish you all the best of luck for internationals.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.